Sometimes I've seen dudes or creators comment back to every post, and then I've seen people say like, "Oh, it looks thirsty," like, "Oh, they're doing too much," or "It looks thirsty," like they're forcing the engagement, you know? So I feel like sometimes people pick up on that and then might not want to comment or add to the community. The responsibility for us as creators is to create and put the content out. Then it's your job to engage with it. If it's good enough, speak your piece, add your opinion, add your sauce to add your ingredients to the sauce. Yo, hey, what's up? It's Jules from Change Your Algorithm. Welcome back to the Change Your Algorithm reactions page. Your boy Nate is in Japan right now, so I'm doing it solo. I actually saw a video that grabbed my attention with your boy GaryVee. I love GaryVee, always love his energy. I'm from New York, so his energy, the way he talks, I love it. His mindset was always amazing, always forward thinking. This one is actually touching on the future of content, which is funny because this is content. And it's touching on interest media versus social media. So I'm kind of curious to see what him and this dude, Mick Unplugged, is talking about. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it.
There's nothing social about anything you're doing on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, or X, whatever they call it now. Like, there's nothing social about that.
Nope.
It's interest.
Yeah, it's interest media. There is something social. The comments are still an incredible opportunity that people are missing out on, Mick. Yeah. Huge missed opportunity. Actually replied to every comment on every Instagram post, you would grow a lot. So social still is out there. Now,
I'm gonna pause that right there. I always wonder, like, as a content creator, I guess tell me from your perspective, guys, like, I always felt when you, as a content creator, you try to like reply, like if you reply to every comment and they're actually good comments or they're comments that, because some people are just laughing and that's it. Some people just put, like, if you do comedy content, some people just put laughing face, and it's like, how do you reply to that? You know what I mean? So sometimes I've seen dudes or creators comment back to every post, and then I've seen people say like, "Oh, it looks thirsty," like, "Oh, they're doing too much," or "It looks thirsty," like they're forcing the engagement, you know? So I feel like sometimes people pick up on that and then might not want to comment or add to the community. So how do you guys feel about that? Because I'm kind of 50-50 on like replying to every comment. Like sometimes I feel like the responsibility for us as creators is to create and put the content out. Then it's your job to engage with it. If it's good enough, speak your piece, add your opinion, add your sauce to add your ingredients to the sauce, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, let's jump back in.
Now, what you and I are referring to, and what I've been yelling about for about 3 years, and I kind of like got this term down now because it makes it very easy to understand, is the algorithm doesn't work the same way. Social media for 15 years, as you know, I've said this a bunch, used to work like email marketing. Get as many followers as you can, a certain percentage of them will see it.
Right.
Now, literally me and you are cooking, we're growing. There's somebody listening right now who's never posted once, but they own 3 dry cleaners. And you know what? They're like, I want to be like Mick and Gary too. And they're literally going to be inspired by this little rant, and they're about to make a video. Literally, they're on their way to work right now. Literally, they're going to make their first video telling the story of how they built these 3 dry cleaners, and they're going to post it on TikTok. And it might get 90 views, but they might get a message that kind of gives them a little more juice. And their 9th video they make is going to get 1 million views, lead to more business, and they're going to be on their way to be us. And that excites me. And that's not how it was from 06 to call it.
That's true. That is the opportunity that the internet, we'll pause it. That is the opportunity that the internet and content provides. You're able to market yourself in a way that's honest, in a way that is not really, it could be looked at as not really marketing. It could just be sharing your story or connecting with people out there in the world, and you've seen it time and time again with certain restaurants. They, a certain video that's wholesome or something with like a customer that's enjoying themselves. They get up and they're like, "Yo, who cooked this? Who cooked this?" You think they're about to argue and they're like, "Yo, this shit is good as hell." Now people want to go and check it out. You know what I mean? So I agree with him there. You have so much more opportunity to bring foot traffic or digital traffic into a business that before might have just been very cut and dry, very cut and paste, like the way it was ran. So
numbers are diminishing in your guaranteed to get views and awareness. The content now is finding their audience. Let me give you a for instance. If I make a video, we talked about it, I think before. Yeah, we didn't talk about spades here. We were talking about it before we went on. You and I are both passionate about spades. If I make a video right now about spades, okay? Like, I love spades. Like, I know how to sneak it in. You're never going to catch me. I know what to do. I've got hand signals with my partner. Like, we know what to do. If I did that in 2017 to the audience I had, it would be a low performing piece of content, because people are like, occasionally they want a little randomness from me, but they want their business stuff, their motivation stuff.
Right.
Today, if I posted that on TikTok, especially, but more and more every other platform too, that is literally going to show up in the feeds of people who don't even know who I am that fuck with spades. Now, it's going to show up to 12 or 15 people, and if none of them react, then it'll probably die pretty quickly, and it will low perform. But I made a video years ago that still gets brought up all the time of me talking about how much I love blueberries and that I can eat blueberries better than anyone. Yeah. And that video got 5 million views at the time when most of my stuff was getting 500,000. And so that one just hit. And that goes back to, you are the niche. That goes back to talk about what you love or you know. And that is the truth of interest media now. If you make content that is random, that is true and honest or passionate to you, it will find audience versus not. Now, again, don't get discouraged. Let's say someone got excited about what I just said, and they made a post tomorrow about Stratego, the board game, and the following.
Let me pause that. I'm gonna pause that because me and Nate have this Change Your Algorithm. This is our brand. We're building it together. I love working with Nate. Nate loves working with me. And then we also have films that we're making with our original crew and my fiance as well. But and then me on a personal level, I fucking fell in love with tennis these last 2 years. And then now also I fuck with pickleball too. They go hand in hand, and I've started creating, content for a small page on Instagram, and it has like 59 followers, but I'm just having fun with that content. It's not that serious, but I would like to build a little community. I'll be able to maybe partner with brands in the future. And, sky's the limit. So it's like, it's true what Gary's saying is that now you have a space where everything is interest. So as long as I keep creating tennis related content on that page, eventually, God willing, and then also once I continue to be honest, continue to share, my passion and love for the sport in different ways, it'll naturally get to that audience that wants to see that, So I think it is. I think we are in a really dope space with content, with social media or interest media now. They're calling it. But there is a lot of noise as well on social media platforms, which is why I do kind of still prefer YouTube, and I love YouTube because I feel like it's just such a better platform. It's so much more organized. The content has a little more value. It's a little long, it's a longer form, so it doesn't fuck with your attention span as much. So yeah. That's my song and dance. Let's go for a little more with the homie GaryVee.
Lasagna, and the next day about Run DMC, and all three did way worse than the stuff they normally do. I don't need a DM from y'all saying, GaryVee, you're wrong, you lost it, you're the worst. You just did 3. If you do 100 of them, then I'm about that life. Then you can come and yell at me. But I have a funny feeling on your road to 100, something good's about to happen.
Damn right. Damn right it is. Gary, I tell all my friends, you personally are like my brother from another mother. About a month ago, we're on a live on Whatnot, right? And a person, I'm not going to say their name, in the comments was trying to go for sympathy. And it went something like this. Gary, my company is ending remote work in the next 9 months. I don't think this is a great place because we can continue to work from home. We are just ineligible for raises. In order to get a raise, you're going to have to come back into the office.
No, by the way, the company, just to add color, because I went crazy on this one too.
Yes.
I'm so glad you brought this up. The company is moving to Florida from wherever they were. Obviously, they're doing that because of the taxes and all the things happen, but also we're living in this AI world. The fact that this company said, we're moving to Florida, but all of you get to keep your jobs, and we're giving you a year's notice that we're moving, and you get to keep your jobs and can be 100% remote. But as you can imagine, because HQ is in Florida, the promotion cycles and the rising will be a little bit different. And they're clowning on that. I lost my shit.
Dude, I was writing down because if you didn't say anything, I was literally going to go do an Instagram post about that, because how freaking
entitled,
bougie of yourself, how entitled for you to be upset. And I'm sure it's a 6-figure job that person was complaining about.
100%.
Even if it's a 5-figure job, here's where we're at. And you know this, Mick. And boy, do I have a funny feeling knowing your audience and what you talk about. Like, shit got soft out here. And like, do you understand what our grandmas would think about the work ethic of our children? Our great grandmothers would be rolling in their goddamn graves if they understood what these kids' expectations and entitlement was. We got soft. And that's what empires do. We need to be real with ourselves in America. And I'm not even talking about rich people. Like, I'm not even like, I'm talking the average. Let me go this route. The average person that makes $60,000 a year right now, which is not an extraordinary amount of money, but way closer to the average of what Americans make than people realize. Everybody thinks everyone makes $1 million now. I'm
gonna pause it right there. I feel like they're going down a different route now, outside of the interest versus social media. So I wanted to stop it there because I wanted to watch it for that specific topic, and so I could share that information with you guys as well. Let us know what you think. If their points are valid towards interest media versus social media, do you agree? Do you prefer it this way? Me personally, I kind of do. Because I now my algorithm is showing me, going back to the tennis example, like when I'm on that account, it's showing me different players, different content creators, different blogs that I didn't know about. So I kind of do like this new format of interest media. I hope it obviously serves us as well. But yeah, let me know what you think the future of the social media world is, what you would like to see. Do you prefer YouTube versus quote unquote only social media platforms? Or do you prefer YouTube, or do you like them all for different reasons? Jump in the comments and we'll see you in the next reaction. All right. See ya.